Hello, everybody. So my project, along with Chris uh, Hansen from Bible History Skeptics, not our Chris, uh, and Jim Majors, that project still needs a name. Now we have a couple ideas, but we still have to decide because we got to make the channel pretty soon. Then Yeah, and we're gonna be figuring out what it is we're going to premiere. Now, I think a first episode talking about uh, early New Testament manuscripts or earliest biblical manuscripts would be good because there's a lot of misinformation floating around. So I think it would be good to address that.
What did you say?
What?
Did you say New Testament?
Well, initially I said New Testament, and then I just said biblical.
Gotcha.
So, the name I have in mind is the Unheavenly Hosts, and the name that Jim has in mind is Sons of Kronos.
No. Hang on. The name that Lawrence has in mind is the Unheavenly Host. Okay, and the name that I have in mind is the Sons of Kronos. So that's
okay. Yeah. So still just as bad.
It's just as bad, just a little cornier.
And for those who don't know, the Sons of Kronos, or the three sons of Kronos, are Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon. So I think that's pretty fucking cool.
All right, well, we still got to figure that shit out.
Like the Sons of Kronos, we like incest.
I like taking on the form of animals and having sex with worldly women.
Incest is wincest. So, Chris, did you have any thoughts on this?
I've honestly.
What about 3 stairs down?
3 stairs down?
That's funny, Jim. It's really, really funny.
Okay, anyways, I really want to hear Chris's thoughts on this.
I do actually like the idea with Sons of Kronos, but it's super corny.
Of course it is. So is Unheavenly Host.
That's my problem with Unheavenly Host. It's arguably more corny.
How is that more corny? I don't understand.
We're not going to find a name that is not corny, but it has to be something that is catchy and that is repeatable, something that we can say, something that we can type, and it looks good and sounds good.
How about Hansen and the Masters of the Universe?
I like we should get G-Man in on this, and then we can finally be G-Man and the Masters of Stupidity.
Fuck you, Lawrence. Fuck you.
Oh my god!
He still hasn't taken me up on my debate challenge yet.
What about? So let's just think about it. Okay, Jim, Lawrence, and Christopher. Let's call it J-Lo and the Hansen.
See, if we were starting a band, maybe. Well, like I'm. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we're just looking in the wrong places. Maybe, because if okay, like Unholy Trinity is fucking taken. We can't fucking take that.
Yes, we can. Let's just talk to them. I bet we can take it.
Okay, so I don't really know.
Especially if we get their endorsement, dude.
Actually, yeah, that's true. If we get their endorsement, that'd be pretty sweet. So I guess we can talk to them about that. I'm friends with Aaron.
I'm friends with and Aaron. Well,
okay.
I think you're on better terms with Aaron than I am, though.
Yeah. Aaron is he's just me in like 30 years. So
with better facial hair.
Yeah. The whole he's got the whole Fu Manchu going on.
And he does. He's rocking it.
Yeah. So I could talk to him about it, but then like if people stumble across us and we're using Unholy Trinity, but they know that that was used prior,
Yeah,
they would get like just irrationally angry
that's
or just
fine. That's
annoyed.
fine. It's publicity.
I mean, yes, it is publicity, but it just kind of obscures the point of what we're trying to do.
Well, yeah, but we're always going to have that one person that comes in, is like, I stick bubble gum up my asshole, and you're like, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Yeah, that
It's an
is
impressive
true.
trick, but it's not what we're talking about.
Oh, how do you shoot? Wait, never mind. Never mind. Do you blow bubbles? Wait, don't
Yes.
answer those questions.
If you let it sit in there long enough, it gets a little gooey.
Can you differentiate the flavors? Like can you recognize like Bubblicious from like a Whamma Bama watermelon or whatever?
Well, the way you blow the bubbles is you wait for a fart. You might end up tasting a little bit.
Actually, here's the way to tell the difference. If you know how some bubble gum is spicy, you can tell the difference.
Yeah, the Big Red. You can tell Big Red from Juicy Fruit for sure.
Yeah.
Ben Horst says, "How about the Bung Holy Trinity?"
Oh, amazing, beautiful. No, I don't know. Do we still want it to be some sort of? We still want it to be some sort of reference to religion or the Bible.
Yeah, something kind of like something that involves with three and like with deities, something like Sons of Kronos or something like that.
Or perhaps the unheavenly hosts.
Yeah, which there are thousands of.
I know, but we're three of them.
We're just the three.
How about the three faces of Vishnu?
No, awful, just awful.
What about the three dominant hands of?
Rachel's idea was the biblical nerds, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't really know if I identify with a nerd. I'm definitely a geek, but I don't know if I'm a nerd.
Yeah, and we can't be the Bible geeks because fucking Robert Price.
Oh yeah, huh? And Robert Price is we don't want to step on Robert Price.
He's too nice to step on.
He's a really nice guy.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so what is the? I mean, I don't have a link to the YouTube. What is the name of this channel again? I keep forgetting.
No, it's okay. Me too. It's MKE Atheists Live.
That's right.
Yeah. Let's see. Trying to think of a bunch of threes.
Rodney Dangerfield once said, "What's in a name?"
Okay.
That's what he said. I don't remember what else he said about it, but I know that he said
answered that question because I don't know what's going to be in this name.
Because I've been doing this recently, the Golden Calves, because three of them in total.
Yeah, but I don't know. Golden calves, though, I just feel really vulnerable being a calf. I feel like somebody's going to, like, some hillbilly from Arkansas is going to think he can rape me.
I mean, sure, but
you're
also
in Oklahoma, so it's not that far off.
hey, I wear those knee-high rubber boots when I'm out tending to my goats because when you put their back legs in them, they can't run away.
I believe that. Yeah, that's why you got to fuck a goat at the edge of a cliff. So. Push back.
so that's awful. That's awful. I don't know. I have a feeling in some of our cases they would probably just rather jump.
Chris, did you see what Heretical was saying about you?
Oh yeah.
Apparently, I'm a boy or a girl or whatever.
Yeah, he said that this he/she brings nothing to the conversation.
He's never seen me with my makeup on, so
yeah, that's true. Dude, Trap Chris is pretty awesome.
We're live, but I want to put something in the side chat.
Okay, yeah. I feel like we could have some really cool artwork with the Golden Calves.
Oh, I can do artwork. Have you?
Oh,
have you
Are you an art guy?
Can you like okay? So do you remember how like in ancient Rome and Greece, like they would like at the parties they would find like the little young boys, the cute ones, and they paint them in gold paint and have them standing around or serving them drinks and stuff.
I'm not quite sure that's legal.
No,
Is
I'm just saying like
Is that what
can you
you're
make
thinking
it
of?
look like
Is that
cute
what you
little
think our
things?
art should be?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
serving up the fruit of knowledge to all of the fat Romans.
Trying to think of some other things.
What about Tales from the Bathhouse?
Okay, Jim, come on, man.
It sounds almost as bad as Tales from the Catholic Church.
Ooh.
Back door to the bathhouse. There you go.
You know, I know this was a joke one, but I still kind of liked it. Four horsemen looking, or three horsemen looking for a fourth. Still
But
kind of
that's
like
so
that one.
long.
It is. But I just
What about-
think it's amusing.
What about almost four horsemen?
About
Eh.
2.5 horsemen.
Ooh.
2.5 horsemen. Oh,
Ooh.
2.5 men. Oh,
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh,
That's
Ooh.
nice.
That is. I like it. It sizzles. It's got sizzle.
Yeah. 2.5 horsemen.
Oh man.
It's like, so instead of like saying, you know, do you watch 2.5 Men, people will be saying, do you listen to 2.5 Horsemen?
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like, what is that? Some kind of like a centaur ASMR?
Specifically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because only wait, hold on. You know how some how some YouTubers have a name for their fans?
Yeah.
So would we be calling our fans the Centaurs, or would we be calling them something else?
We
That's
call them the horselets.
the horselets.
The horselets.
That just sounds like horse sluts.
What about the horsies? The horsies. Like look at all of our little horsies. My little horsey, my little.
Oh my god, no, please.
Okay,
the Cedras, the
Before we
Kingdras.
go forward, I gotta ask you.
You know that,
Are you brony?
you know that if we go with that, yeah, people would go the whole brony route with us. Like we would get so much like CGI'd shit of us being My Little Ponies.
Probably.
You're gonna do that anyways because you just brought that up. I'm gonna get an email tomorrow with some guy that's decided to turn me into a My Little Pony, fucking a goat because of this conversation.
Like you haven't been that already.
Shh.
One of the horsemen dies.
I do have a unicorn onesie, so.
Oh, I have a gorilla onesie because I lost a bet and I was going to Vegas that weekend and I had to go the entire weekend in Vegas and document my travels throughout the Vegas Strip in my gorilla onesie in June.
You have a gorilla
That's
onesie.
why I don't bet with people anymore.
Yeah. It was a gorilla onesie.
Well, I made a bet with my friend that I lost, and the condition of losing was that I show up to all of my finals in a unicorn onesie, and I only prance around the camp.
Oh, hey guys, what about this? What about the apostrio? APOSTRIO, like apostate trio, the apostrio.
Feel like you're trying too hard there.
I am. I feel like my mind's
I feel like I need a conductor's wand and a symphony for that one.
Yeah.
I feel like we need a magical wand to come up with a decent title. Or decent.
Seriously.
We need to ask Steve.
Steve can't really come up with shit. we've
Steve
asked him before.
Can't get any worse.
Anybody in the live chat saying anything?
Bunghole Trinity.
3 apostates.
Well,
I'm sure that's where you got.
One horseman.
one of the horsemen dies by piano.
1 horseman left behind.
What about waiting for death? You remember? Because he's the 4th horseman. He's the last one to show up on the pale horse. His name was Death.
Okay.
Or waiting, or awaiting the pale horse, or I don't know.
Okay, so what do we have to work with? Horseman,
How
Trinity.
about the three rings of the Elven Kings?
Oh my god.
What about horse dick?
3 pale horses. You know what? That's not so bad.
3 pale horses.
Yeah, because we're just 3 white dudes.
But not all of the horses are pale.
I'm the whitest
There's 3
of
of them.
all of you guys.
But I don't know. I get really dark in the summer.
Okay. So on the I think it was our last Atheist Sunday School stream. Rachel asked, "Who's better, Zeus or Yahweh?" Or maybe that was yesterday. I don't remember. But I answered that. What do you guys think?
Wait, what did she say?
Who's better, Zeus or Yahweh?
Better in what way?
I don't know. However you define better.
Zeus, for sure.
I'm gonna say Yahweh because he's objectively more powerful than Zeus.
I would say Zeus because he he didn't
You can't
interact
argue that either of them are morally superior.
inarguably more than Yahweh did with his people. Whereas Yahweh kind of used a medium. He always used a medium. Nobody ever actually received the message from them themselves other than the prophet. But whereas with Zeus, I mean, pretty much everybody was a prophet. Everybody has their Zeus story, you know?
Yeah, but Zeus also raped his prophets, so...
Yeah, but at the same time, Yahweh just kind of, whenever he didn't like anything, he just killed everyone.
Yeah,
or half the people that disagreed with him.
Well, he created a creation that was so perfect that he had to start over twice.
I mean, can we? We can't exactly argue that Zeus is much better in his treatment of humanity.
Of course. I understand. They're not. None of them are. They're not good. Okay.
I don't think we can argue either of them are morally superior to the other.
It's a really thin line.
If you think about the most moral deity ever posited, you know, you can still think some fucked up shit they did. I mean,
oh yeah,
they're deities, and part of their whole idea, part of their portrayal, you know, they have to be portrayed as being able to do anything that they want. And by portraying them to do something that most people would be completely opposed to, and showing the God having zero empathy for doing that action, just shows his superiority.
Yeah, gods are assholes.
Basically, yeah. To dumb it, yeah. To basically just simplify it.
That's okay. If a god exists, I prefer ones that are going to be open and just indulge in their capriciousness, not try and hide it. I like
exactly like Loki, for example. I love Loki.
Yeah, he doesn't hide the fact that he's a cunt.
Yeah,
yeah, or that his nature is a cunt. Like, he's just a cunt by nature. He doesn't try to suppress it or try to appear holier than thou. He's just like, yeah, I'm fucked up too.
Yeah, that is a lot better. Because I mean, trickster gods are always the best.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. Would you consider Hermes a trickster god?
In some ways.
That being said, if you turn yourself into a horse just to get laid, you're a pretty awesome deity too.
You know what? That story was always weird to me when I think it was Zeus and Leda, where Zeus turns himself into a swan. That one was always just weird to me. Like, why? What's the fucking purpose?
Like, has the writer of this? Did you know that? I think it's swans. Yeah, swans and ducks are one of the only 2 types of birds that have penises. But
I know about their corkscrew dicks or whatever.
they're corkscrew, but they
Ducks
explode.
have corkscrew
Just
dicks.
a corkscrew. They actually turn in the opposite direction of the female vagina, because the female's vagina is also a corkscrew in those animals. And so whenever the corkscrew bursts in there, it literally wraps up into it like backwards to where it can't back out until it goes soft, and then it retracts through all of the spirals. So they are literally locked up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like a Chinese finger trap.
Except worse. Yeah. If that finger trap had teeth.
Yeah.
Not to mention the female birds, those species also have vaginas with like dead ends and stuff.
Why are we talking about this? We should be discussing a name. Just talking about bird dicks.
Bird dicks, that's our name.
Bird dicks. Corkscrew.
Corkscrew peni.
The peni. The all-seeing peni.
No, stop.
Because it has one eye. You know, it's like the all-peeing eye.
Oh my god. You know, I don't know if it was ever listed. How many hecatoncheires were there? I think there were 3, right?
Yes, but those were female, right?
Were they?
Yes, I believe so.
Hey, if that last live stream is anything to go by, apparently I can pass.
Oh,
true.
What if we call it Are You There, God? It's me, Lawrence.
You know, we had a video we released on an April Fool's. It was like 2 years ago. And the title was "Are You There, God? It's Us, Milwaukee Atheists." But that's the title of the video, not a channel. So, no.
Right. Right. Yeah, no, of course not. What about Are You There, God? Of course not. Or what? Are you there, God? Hello?
Please. Are you there, God? Show Bob's and Vagine.
Calling God, but it doesn't go to voicemail.
Wait, hold on. You know, no, this isn't gonna work for the channel, but I think it's pretty good. Bob's Against the Vagine.
Yeah, like Rage Against the Machine.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Open clock.
We just found out what Lawrence's porn name is.
Oh, did you? Did you
guys look in the side chat?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
How did Kyle feel about that?
Oh, he has not been on Messenger for the rest of the day.
I can only imagine why.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he found something to better occupy his time with.
This is how Jim strokes his ego.
Are you there, God? It's me, a heathen? No. Oh, what about horse dick?
Yeah, I saw that.
There's something about horse dick?
Something about horse dick.
The chip dick.
The Gleason threesome.
The Gleason threesome. What about the bold, the stoned, and the ugly?
Thanks.
No, wait. Which one's which?
Well, I'm just gonna assume I'm the ugly, because you're just fucking handsome. Chris can pass as a woman, and that just leaves me.
Wait. What does that mean? What is being a woman? What bold? What about bold and stoned?
No, I mean I'm eliminating anyone that wouldn't be considered ugly. That leaves me.
No, I was talking about myself.
Oh, whatever.
Triple dick?
Fucking, I see how Kyle talks to you.
Well, Kyle's thirsty for me. He just wants a taste, and once he gets a drink, he's gonna leave me on the counter with the rest of the water glasses. So I'm just gonna let him look me like what's his name from Jurassic Park?
And we have officially figured out what the Yaoi fan base of ours is going to be doing.
What if we do Yahweh? Question mark. Weeha.
Stop. Maybe we can do I don't know, something Dead Sea Scrolls related, like 3Q something.
What about the Qumrani? No, because that's really what the collective text is known as, the Qumrani. What about?
I mean, that's not so awful. So
yeah.
Looking through here. Hold on, where the fuck is it? Not fucking in here. I don't think it is.
I feel like we're going to end up with a name like the way that Styx ended up with their band name. It was
how was that?
It was the only name that they didn't all hate.
Yeah, you know that's totally
None of
fair.
them liked it, but
none
of them hated it either.
I mean, that's not such a bad one, honestly.
The Elohim Eliminators.
Well, that just sounds like we're trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What about the Elohimators?
Why are you talking?
Lawrence and Friends.
I like it, but let's change it to Chris and Friends.
Nobody fucking knows you, Chris.
Fuck off, Lawrence.
But then again, on YouTube, Lawrence is better known than I am. So
everyone knows the name Chris Hansen.
Well, yeah, but not.
You know what? That's true. That is true. Maybe we can do something.
But you don't even go by Chris, though, do you? You go by Christopher, right?
I go by either. I don't really care.
Well, you don't care now, but would you care if it just became Chris?
Everyone at school knows me as Chris.
Oh,
yeah. If anyone sends me, even my professors, when they email me, they're like, "Hey, Chris."
Everybody at school knew me as either "Hey, faggot" or "Can I borrow a pencil?"
Well, you are a faggot, but
yeah, I mean, no, you can't borrow a pencil.
It's okay. I'm a faggot too, so. Well, actually, I'm a filthy half fag, so.
one of those damn hybrids.
Oh, what about the quest for truth?
Oh, how about zealots?
Or
see, that's not so awful.
I know, but then we can get like the Riza Aslan connection.
Right, yeah, I figured.
Which honestly is not worth it either, because his book.
What about holy critics?
That's not so bad. Or unholy critics.
Yeah, but we're not criticizing the unholy. We're criticizing the holy.
Right, but it could also be interpreted as.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, the
I'm
unholy.
okay with that.
I'm also okay with that.
We found a name.
Wait. But is it unholy critics or the unholy critics?
Oh, god damn it!
I think it should just be unholy critics.
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna throw in the anyways, so.
Yeah. Okay, so
chat, how do you feel about unholy critics? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear people's thoughts.
Fuck them.
How many people are on there?
Not that many, but these are the people that these are the ones that tend to actually like these are these are the bigger fans, I guess, of Milwaukee Atheists, the ones who like follow the stuff that we do and keep up with it.
I'm also, if you don't mind, I'm also going to put a poll on Atheist Republic because I've already announced that I'm starting a new channel with 2 other people, and everybody's like super stoked about it. Like I've had I've reached like 14,000 people in the past 2 days just talking about it, according to the analytics. And I was going to put up a poll and with like our top 3 and see what everybody else thinks.
Sure.
Sounds
Okay.
best.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do a top 3. Okay. So we got Unholy Critics. Rachel says sure, why not. Ben says it's okay, but keep going for more names. So yeah, I think that's a good idea if we get a top
Ben
3.
says Holy Critics is okay.
Oh, he says Holy Critics is okay. Okay. Whoops, misread.
But I don't know if that should be a top 3.
I wouldn't put that in as a top 3.
I mean, how do you guys honestly feel? I know it's my idea. I don't want to sound like I'm just trying to promote my idea, but how do you guys honestly feel about Sons of Kronos? Like,
okay, I told you it's just too. I was gonna say corny, but instead I want to say like crony, because Kronos, get it? But thanks.
Are you sure we can do this with Lawrence? Lawrence is punning too much.
I'm punning too much. We've been in this called Jim the whole time.
Wait. Who's going to edit the videos again? Never mind. Welcome back, Lawrence.
Yeah, I don't even know if we want to do it that way because I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to like edit the videos for this. Plus,
what about if you can teach me the basics? I can do it. I have plenty of time to do it, and I would honestly rather. I really don't want to do another live stream. I would really rather do something that's that we can actually put quality content out and not have a bunch of filler. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to put out 2-hour videos. I want to put out something informational that's 30 minutes tops.
Okay. Yeah, sure. We can definitely go over that.
But I mean, again, that's up to you because I'm sure that I will need to fall back on you for some things. I mean,
yeah, gotcha.
But I can do the best of it.
We can. So I don't know how much money you want to spend, but or maybe you can find a. Actually, you know what? I might be able to send you the files. I'm not sure.
I usually use a Pirate Bay to
get. Yeah. So try to get Sony Vegas.
Yeah, I usually buccaneer any program I need.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
I've got Sony Vegas.
Sony what? Vegas?
Yeah.
I've seen how you use Sony Vegas. It's a fucking atrocity, Chris.
I didn't use it.
Okay,
I haven't used it yet.
What is the best one?
Okay.
What is the best one?
I've been using Windows Movie Maker.
Right. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay. What is the best one for a beginner person like editing videos? Like for me, like to get started on.
Maybe Pinnacle Studios.
Which one?
Well, my suggestion, like a beginner one, would obviously be Movie Maker, but don't use that.
That's not the quality. That's not the quality that we're wanting, though.
Right. We like a beginner one would be a Pinnacle Studios.
Pinnacle
Studios.
How do you spell Pinnacle? Pinnacle.
Yes.
And what was the one that you suggested?
Sony Vegas. That's the one that I use.
VEGAS.
Yes.
That's the one that if that's the one that you use, I'll get that one. But if I can't familiarize myself with it, and you can't help me, then I'll go back to the easy.
Yeah. It's fairly simple actually, and yeah, I'll definitely help you out with it.
Okay. Do you know right offhand if it's compatible with Chrome OS with Linus or?
No idea.
Okay.
Not a clue.
Okay, that's my preferred OS, but I can switch it up.
Windows is better.
Well, that's arguable only because I mean, once you get access to the kernel, to Linux, and you figure out all of the how open source everything is, it's so much better, and you can't put a virus on these things.
Watch me.
The creator of the Chromebook has issued I think it's like $1 million reward for anybody who can. But you have to get past the firewall. That's the thing, is that you can't get past the firewall.
I developed it. I developed a virus on a flash drive. And it was a password, and it was password protected. And so what it did was, if you got the password wrong 3 times in a row, is it got into the system, and I coded it so that it would basically go through into your RAM, and it would spam the letter N until it overloaded your RAM and crashed your computer.
No, then you get permanent blue screen.
Well, and then what it does is when you power it back up, once it gets it gets the password to your computer, it just wipes your hard drive.
You're a fucking asshole.
I remember whenever
why you messing with people's lives like that?
So I
only ended up messing with one guy's life with that, and that was because the dude stole the flash drive and was trying to get some of my stuff off of it. Yeah, he ended up losing every single file for school, and he was an English major, so you have to do a portfolio of all of your writing.
So this is going to show my age a little bit, but I figured out how to make a GIF before I even knew what GIFs were.
Yeah.
Or anybody else knew what GIFs were. Fuck you,
yeah,
God.
It's fucking GIF, you piece of shit. GIF is the goddamn peanut butter.
I don't go around.
Okay, let's not get into this. I made a fucking a video made out of a series of images with very short frames. Okay, like okay, well, I made a GIF. I made a graphic interface. Okay. Anyways, I made it on a Macintosh Apple, or an Apple Macintosh, and I saved it on a 3.5-inch floppy disk, and it literally took up almost the entire floppy disk space. It was that much, but it was a nude woman in fishnets and go-go heels, and she was squatted down doing the leg spread, like, you know, opening back and forth like that with her arms. And I went to the school network and I uploaded it to the school network and put it on all the computers where it was a permanently playing part of the desktop of every single computer. And they were running like at school, they were running like a Windows 95, I think, whichever one had the last one had the floppy. I think it was the 95. But yeah, it was permanently playing on all of those, the desktops right above the taskbar, and they couldn't figure out how to get it off. And that was my first, what I called hacking at the time, but really it was just me being a little shithead. Do you guys even know what 3.5-inch floppies are? Like,
I mean, I know what they are. I think
I collect big box PC games from the 1970s. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I remember whenever to get a PC game, like I had an airplane simulator game that I bought, and it consisted of 11 floppy disks that I had to download one by one, and it was like 1 of 11 complete. Insert floppy disk 2, and like if you like popped it out, like I remember like popping it out on like disk 6 or something, and having to start over at 1 and deleting the whole thing because it was like a faulty program then, and it was hell, like downloading anything from a floppy disk.
There you go, Roger Wilco.
How many discs was that to download that one? 4 or 5?
Let me see.
That's awesome.
I know Chris and I have talked about this before.
5.
Yeah.
I know Chris and I have talked about this before, but I really gotta get some copies of those Clue Finders games, because I would so play them again.
Are you talking about like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego and stuff?
No.
Clue Finders.
The Clue Finders. Different thing.
Is that like Blue's Clues?
Oh my God,
motherfucker!
No, I'm really confused. Is it a game or is it what?
It's a game. Yeah, it's a learning game. They have for a bunch of different grades, but the games were so much fun.
Do you remember Math Blaster? Did you guys ever play that one?
Yeah, I played that one. Yeah,
I have all.
Math Blaster was my favorite. That one, and in typing class we had something called Mario Teaches Typing,
Oh God,
That sounds so horrible. I have no
It's
idea.
so bad.
It was like a Mario game, like you'd be running away from the Goombas or whatever, and you'd have to type words. And the faster you type, the faster you run. But the longer you go on, the faster the words come at you. So you have to type them faster and faster until finally you die. But it makes typing fun. Well, unless you had those horrid ass fucking orange keypad covers that covered up the keys and you couldn't see where the letters were.
I hate Mario. I like Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
I liked my grandpa's 2-finger pecking method teaches typing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We call it Columbus sailing west and land.
And I'm telling you, man, that man right there, I don't know if he had scopes on his fingers or what, but he could probably type 40 words a minute. He was a poet, and he would type out his poetry on a word processor, and he would 2-finger tap that thing like a freaking presidential secretary. It was crazy.
Okay, we are completely gone off the rails. Names.
This is why we can't have a live show, guys. This is exactly why we can't have a live show.
Totally fair. So I'm also really hoping Steve gets in here soon.
Yeah, I just got a message that said send him a link. I'm gonna just copy that. It's that same link, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why he didn't see it.
Yeah, that's weird. So we're gonna get, oh my god, once Steve gets in here, I'm gonna ask him if he saw my recent post. I tagged him in it, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was someone was doing. Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
I thought I was pretty funny.
Yeah, majors and the minors.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I'm not.
Oh my god,
not sure that's legal.
Old man Jim. Hey, you know what, guys? Okay, I shouldn't have even said anything about 3.5-inch floppies. Okay, I'm 32. Okay, I'm pretty young.
He's in his prime.
The funny thing.
Well, I'll admit I'm not in my prime. But I used to be. I'm really close to when I was in my prime.
The funny thing, Jim, is that I can remember using 3.5-inch floppy disks, and I'm 21.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I can remember when I used a 3.5-inch floppy, and I was going to be like, yeah, but that wasn't a disk.
I remember using them like when I was really young.
What, like throwing?
No. Well, later. That was later on. But no, I'm 24. So I remember using them for something. I don't remember what I even used them for.
Throwing.
Well, that was later. That was after they became obsolete.
No, it was after. It was right after.
You could actually store more things on, because that was the whole thing with 3.5-inch floppies, is that they had limited storage space, because they had if you look at them and you pull open the little silver tab, there's an actual disk on the inside that's really, really flimsy, but it can only hold so much information. So whenever they actually found a way to hold more information on a better drive, then that really revolutionized the CD-ROMs.
Yeah, for me, I didn't start throwing floppy disks until after my sister took a magnet to them.
Yeah.
If you take a magnet to those old PCs too, to the old towers, it would totally fuck it up. Or the monitors.
Yeah, and the old TVs too.
Yeah, those are.
You like get close, they start to crackle, then you pull it away.
Then it's like all like green and shit.
My favorites were old PC monitors, and you just took a magnet and you stuck it to the side, and it's just this big black and purple spot right there.
Yeah, there was some kid who got sent to an alternative school. He got kicked out of our school because the computer lab just got computers, and this is how old I am. Like I was there when the school got their first computers, and they got their first computers and they set them up, and there was this big controversy, this big mystery going around. People saying that magnets would screw your monitor up, and we're like, no, that can't be real. And one of the kids brought one of those real heavy duty, like they use out in the shop to pick up nails magnets, and brought it to school and did that same thing you were talking about, Chris. Put it on there, and you can immediately see the pixels like just dissolve into like a purple black nothingness. And he just drug it around, and then we're like, "Whoa, that's cool!" But he didn't stop there. He did it to every single fucking computer in the lab. And we're not talking about a circle.
Fucking awful.
Yeah, well, we're not talking about a circle. It took a while for them to realize why there was a purple and black screensaver, the same one on all of the computers. But he had just literally scribbled like every pixel away from from those monitors.
All right, so our first name is the Unholy Critics, or Unholy Critics. And you know what? Rachel has a point. 3 atheists and a failure to come up with a name. Yeah, that's totally fair.
Accurate. That's very representative. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if we want to throw in Sons of Kronos and Unheavenly Hosts in there.
Sure. Why not? I mean, it doesn't have to be 3. I mean, we can put in more than 3. Just whichever ones that we like. I mean,
sure.
We could also do the floppy disk atheists.
Oh,
the floppy disk atheists. Yeah.
The floppy atheists.
Worst kind.
The absolute worst.
The major worst. No.
Not happening.
Yeah. What if we call it statutory? No. Oh man, I didn't even finish that. I didn't even have to. That was great.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so Unholy Critics.
Yeah. Alias fake name suggests the Athenostics.
Like atheist agnostics.
Like the agnostics.
But that kind of reminds me of I'm trying to like think of stuff related to Athena. What was the name of her temple? I forgot.
The Temple of Athena.
No, it had a fucking no, it had like a legit fucking name.
It was Temple of Athena, Goddess of Wisdom and War, or
no, fucking hold on. You fucking assholes.
$5 says it's going to be the Temple of Athena.
It's going to be the Temple of Athena.
Or maybe it was like a different kind of. Maybe it was a different temple.
Maybe it was.
Maybe it was the Temple of Poseidon.
The fucking no, the fucking Parthenon.
Parthenon's devoted to Zeus.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's devoted to all the gods, but Zeus's statue is dead center.
Yeah.
But they had a statue of Athena in there too.
Yes, of course they did, but Zeus is dead center. It's the temple of the gods, but Zeus, it's to Zeus.
Fucking.
Hi,
Steve's
Steve.
here. Hi, Steve.
Hey, is my mic working?
Okay, so this is where we're at. We are still trying to come up with a name. You know that we're going to launch.
Fuck
soon.
you guys. No, hold on. Fuck you guys. The Parthenon is a former temple on the Athenian Acropolis in Greece, dedicated to the goddess Athena.
Oh, the Acropolis.
The Parthenon, you said.
The Parthenon, on the Athenian Acropolis. That was like a whole.
The Parthenon the Parthenon is Athena. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Parthenon. Yeah. Fucking.
Okay. So where are we going with this Parthenon thing?
No, I was just trying to like think of anything like.
You want to be the goddess of wisdom and the hunt?
What?
Not the hunt. That's you're thinking of Artemis.
Oh no, Artemis was the hunt. Yeah, Athena was wisdom. Yeah.
And war.
Too many gods.
Yeah, like the strategic side of war.
Yeah.
Why should it be called the Logos?
Well, no,
No.
the Logos is different.
Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work
somebody
so well for us.
Now, somebody made a video about me one time called Steve McRae, the man, the myth, the logos. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, go ahead. It's pretty retarded.
It's
It's about what you expect.
about basically like every video that's usually made about you.
They're so fun. Well, did you say the one I just posted on Twitter that Dean Esme made?
No.
It's only
Oh
about a
my
minute and a half
god,
long.
Dean Esme. Oh my god.
It's a minute and a half long, and he makes this either, I don't know if it's a hit list, kill list, or just a list of people that lied about him. But he's like, all these people lied about me. I was number one. I was like, I'm honored. Thank you. Cool. Yeah. I'm his number one hater, and I don't even freaking deal with him. I don't even care about enough to hate him.
I can't stand Dean Esme. Holy shit.
But he's just so irrelevant. I have nothing to do with the guy. Why is he bringing up my name still? It's like,
I don't even know.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know, because the one time he was
How do
on
you
your show,
not?
I think he was on Nonsec once, right?
Yeah, he was on once.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he's holding
Maybe
a grudge.
twice, actually, I think. Oh, we go way back. That's not
Yeah.
the first time I had interactions with Dean. Dean was in a movie called The Red Pill Religion, or the Red Pill movie, and he formed the channel The Red Pill Religion. He goes by the name Max Colby. He's number 468, I think, on the American Loons. You go look at the Encyclopedia of American Loons. He's like number 468 or something like that.
I'm sorry, this is a thing? Encyclopedia?
The Encyclopedia of American Loons. I ain't making this shit up. I can't make up crap. You know that. I have no creativity.
True.
Look him up.
American Loons. Oh my god. Oh, this is fucking real.
And you know what the funniest part is? I've talked to like half those people, or okay, maybe not half, but I've taken a lot of people off that list and I've talked to them. So
what about Ilohoa von Betulum?
Do you want to have an audience?
Yeah, well,
No,
it just
no.
means God and the virgins.
Yeah, no, you don't want a name nobody can fucking pronounce or remember. You're not Digital Hammurabi, okay?
Well, but that was in Hebrew, not cuneiform.
Okay, and the point being, how many people speak Hebrew?
More people than speak Assyrian.
Are you doing a show for Israelites?
Yes.
No, I'm trying to convert Jews to the true religion.
Zionists. Why we have a Jew?
Yeah, I don't know why you want to name your channel in Hebrew.
I think you should name it The Logos of Philo.
No, fuck Philo.
Well, I'm trying to remember. You have logos. Okay, there's three ways to argue. You have ethos, pathos, and logos. Remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to have an argument from persuasion, that's called pathos. If you want an argument from emotion, it's ethos, and an argument from logic and reason, then it'd be logos. So those are three different things you can utilize.
What are they called collectively besides the modes of persuasion?
I just know them as the different ways of persuasion.
So
and all of them are valid. And by the way, the argument to like appeal to emotion is not invalid. If I want to convince somebody, I'm going to have a symposium and I'm dressed really nice to articulate my views. That's an argument from the ethos, because I'm appealing to their emotion, that I'm bonding with them, that I'm giving them camaraderie with them. I'll have good elocution, or I'm erudite. So all those three persuasive methods are completely fine.
What about
work? They're all persuasive together, but that's not really the issue.
I don't know if nobody would know what that means. Ethos, logos, and pathos.
Yeah. Ethalopa? No, that's
too. It's too obscure.
Okay, yeah.
Although I would recommend looking into those concepts if anybody's not heard of them before.
No. Yeah, I like that. I like the concept. And I've read several papers on it. Especially Aristotle's sources, especially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where a lot of it comes from. Is Aristotelian.
Yeah, but I don't think that he really I think it was refined long after him, though. I don't think that he did the refining of it.
Yeah, have you ever heard of the Tolman method of argumentation?
Yes, it's exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, that's a very much modernized. Well, not modernized. What's a better way to
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it?
no, I think okay with that. It's definitely
Yeah.
more up to date. It's for
Well, I think a better clarified position, maybe.
yes, yeah. I think it
Yeah.
explains the system between two-party argumentation very well.
Okay, so there's a lot of crazy shit in Revelation. Horseman got the horror of
Well, there you go, the
Babylon.
Revelationist.
But
The Revelationists.
Revelationists are already. I mean, there's already a kind of like it already gives a connotation of like a doomsday prophesier.
No, not really. The Revelationists.
I mean,
you're going to reveal to them the truth.
Yeah, but if I, as a believer, heard somebody refer to themselves as a revelationist, I would think that they're a doomsdayer waiting for the end times.
It's just,
but that's just me.
Word. The Revelationists.
Yeah.
I mean, you can work with. That's something to work with.
I was thinking about like some sort of reference because you have the beast, the horseman, the horror of Babylon. That one's a fun one.
You want to be called the whores?
No.
Yes.
I mean, it would be true.
Well, that might work for you. That might be work for you guys. Actually.
It would be true, but
we were thinking about what was it about the horsemen, the 2.5 horsemen?
Yeah, 2.5 horsemen.
That was actually cute. 2.5 horsemen.
It's cute, exactly. That's the problem.
Good one.
Yeah, I actually like that. Actually, 2.5 horsemen.
See, Steve likes it.
That is cute.
I mean, hey, I liked it.
Who's the half?
Fucking Chris, because of his hair.
Clearly.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's a good play on words, actually.
I'm 5'11", so I don't know.
Guys, actually, it completely works because of like what Heretic was going on all that shit in the comments about me.
Oh, he was losing his shit, and everybody's like, "Dude, you're just wrong. Give it up." When you would look at, I'm telling you right here and now, and again, this is not saying that that something has to be that way. It's not saying that okay, X is true, but I can give you a word of advice. If you have Ozzy, Malpass, Bert Poole, SEP, IEP, Oxford, Cambridge, Merriam-Webster, Collins, Rutledge, and Rowe all saying that you're wrong, I'm going to go on a limb here and just say you're probably not going to be right.
But what about the definition in the SCP?
Well, he was just wrong on his logic. His logic was just fundamentally wrong.
But
he didn't know where to put his negation.
Hey guys, okay, so I know that
dictionary says.
I know that doesn't explicitly refer to the three magi. Like it doesn't say that there's three magi, just the three gifts. But what about something like we three kings?
How about 2.5 magi?
No, the play with horsemen is better.
No.
Yeah, because 2.5 men, 2.5 horsemen.
Yeah,
like
although we three kings isn't that bad actually. I feel like that might already be taken though.
That's what I'm thinking. It's too good.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, we three kings sounds a lot more like a Black Hebrew Israelite thing.
Oh,
well, I don't know.
That's something they would use.
I'm checking if people have taken that other than the song, but
yeah, and also be a little bit, well, these people think they're kings.
Well, it would just, I mean, the magi, I mean, they weren't necessarily kings. Like they were what would be considered the sorcerers of that time. That's where the term magi, that's where the term magic comes from, is from
right.
Magi. I'm not seeing any channels with We Three Kings.
Once my fucking computer decides to cooperate.
Are you using Windows?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
There is. Actually, there's several. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 different channels.
Yeah, there's but the thing is about the channels is
they don't have any content.
They seem to be music channels too.
Well, by the way, you know that channels can have multiple names, right? I mean,
Yeah,
just in case
yeah.
somebody has a name. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but just want to make sure like it's not like a big thing. Like if we were to
Yeah.
call ourselves Epic Rap Battles of History, like
Might be a problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Epic
see
Rap
any
Battles of
problem
History.
with that.
So is that going on the list with Unholy Critics?
Yes.
Lawrence, you good with that?
Yeah, yeah. I still also like Unheavenly Hosts.
Okay, I'll put that on there.
Okay. Are you gonna make a poll on Atheist Republic?
Yeah. But okay, so far we have I have 3. Did we have any others that we wanted to put on there? I have Unholy Critics, We Three Kings, and Unheavenly Host.
The 2.5 Horsemen.
Okay. How would we notate that? Like, how would we type that out? Like as a word or as a fraction or what?
What Unheavenly Hosts? 2 words.
No, dumbass.
Oh, 2.5. Okay.
That was funny.
You're fucking with me, right?
Oh, that's
I
good.
just love how hostile that went. Like, no,
You make me drink, Lawrence.
That was,
You are the reason
perfect
your
timing.
mother and I are no longer together.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're the reason why I'm together with her. So, hello.
I think
Bet
2.5.
your mom is hot, isn't she, Lawrence? Your mom's pretty hot.
like half spelt out.
Fucking disgusting. No.
Bummer.
Yeah.
You got a sister?
No. I have a hot cousin though.
We all got a hot cousin. Everybody's got a hot
Whoa,
cousin.
wait, what?
Hey, it's a
Is
fact.
that a subjective statement?
I think it's objective, but I guess
yeah, it's definitely
She's-
objective at this point.
she's really attractive. What?
No, that's fine.
Everybody's got a hot cousin. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
everybody has a hot cousin. This is true.
I'm sure everybody has
It's
a
a
hot
biological
cousin. I'm
fact.
just aware
Yeah.
of which one of my cousins is the hot cousin?
You're the hot cousin, Jim. You're the hot cousin.
Yeah, if you don't know who the hot cousin is, you're the hot cousin.
You're probably I am the oldest out of like 40 something grandkids on both sides. So it's I used to be the favorite. You know, everybody's like, "Oh, he's gonna be a preacher. He's so godly," and they were like, "Look at all these other little heathens running around," and now everybody's like, "Jim, what happened?"
Oh, you're such a disappointment to your family then.
Well, at first I was a disappointment, but it's crazy because I still have the theist in my family that will come to me with biblical questions. If they need biblical clarity or they have some kind of misunderstanding, they'll call me. They'll be like, "Hey, what does the Bible say about this?" And I'll tell them.
That's not uncommon.
Yeah, but it's strange because we're talking like I don't want to say his name, but it's somebody who's still in the clergy, somebody who's sourcing their sermon material from me.
Well, this narrative that you have to be, like Christian to read the Bible it never made any sense to me. And yet most of the ex-atheists were people that studied the Bible for a very long time.
Yeah, and then G-Man is all like, "Well, if you read the Bible, you got to read it properly because fucking Moses wrote the
Can
Torah."
we never talk about G-Man ever again?
I'll tell anybody that my atheism was discovered because I was seeking out a deeper understanding of my God, because I wanted to further understand my religion, and I was looking for clarification and proof. I wanted some sort of validity, and that's what I sought. I sought out very much inductively. I knew that there was a God, and I was going to prove it. And by the end of that journey, I was like, well, that didn't go the way I planned.
Well, I got to tell you, if I found somebody that was willing to go to G-Man if they had a question about the Bible over you, that's the kind of person I want to have a conversation with. I want to talk to that person. So really, you have a question on the Bible and you're going to go to G-Man over Jim. Talk to me.
Anyone who goes
go to G-Man if you just want to further your willful ignorance.
Yeah, but I like to get in the mind of people. I like to find out what makes them tick on that. Like what justificatory reasons would they have for that? Well, G-Man is really literate. He really knows what he's talking about when it comes to the Bible.
Oh my
No.
god.
No.
I can see where it would look like that if you go to his channel and just look at the video where he's not talking with anybody intelligent, aka himself. And maybe in those instances he can give the illusion of being intelligent and knowing what the fuck he's talking about. But whenever actually put into somebody who knows what the fuck they're talking about, he really reveals himself as somebody who needs to be eating feet for a living.
I remember a time, and I don't know the Bible very well. People know that, but I'm not completely, knowledgeable about the topic. But I was in a hangout with G-Man ages ago, long time ago, and it was with his cousin. He has a cousin called Evangelistic Ken, or Ken the Evangelist. He knows by both. And we were talking on a theist channel, and I don't remember the topic, but he had said something that I just knew was wrong. And I'm like, G-Man, no, that's not that's not what the scripture means here. Even I know that. And he was just going off me, going, God, you're an idiot, Steve, blah, 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 whatever the hell he was saying, just laughing. And his cousin, who's an evangelist, who's a preacher, was like, no, Steve's right on that. It was like, yeah. Oh my God. I was rolling. It was like, oh, your own cousin just shot your ass.
I've got, so when I was still leading youth worship services and stuff at my church, that's when I first ran across G-Man. I ended up playing a clip of his video, and I said, this is how not to be a Christian.
Wow.
Yeah, he
See, I was lucky. Like I didn't get exposed to the stupidity that is G-Man or anybody else on YouTube up until this year. Like literally this year is the first time that I ventured into Facebook. I've been so busy off of social media. Like I guess I'm now, slowly accepting that I have to get involved in it, or I'm going to get left behind. So, but it's astounding how many people still have any sort of credibility in the community. It's astounding.
G-Man doesn't. He's hanging on just by the core idiots that still follow him, but he is for the most part been dead the last few years.
Yeah, and it's really embarrassing too. Because okay, I understand. Go ahead, Jim.
I was gonna say, then you have people like fucking Kent Hovind who are still very much valid.
I honestly think it's the atheist community keeping
relevant
alive.
It is.
We keep bringing them up.
Yes. Oh no. I mean, the DP gets G-Man on because he's worth the lulz. Yeah, of course. But I mean, there's go ahead.
I mean, you can't blame things like Ken Ham's Ark Encounter on atheists. Like that's because he has a following of idiots.
Right.
Well, yeah,
I don't disagree with that.
He's a different case from G-Man, though. He's had an established following since the 80s. G-Man, G-Man would have been fallen dead into obscurity if it wasn't for drunken peasants constantly talking about him and bringing him up.
Same with Brett Keane.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like these intellectual theists. These theists who actually have some argument or can make an argument. Not saying it's a valid argument, but and then you have people that have extreme authority. People like Kirk Cameron and Ken Ham and Kent Hovind. I mean, people that have enough authority to outsource a multi-million-dollar project like the Ark Encounter, where it portrays humans riding dinosaurs in the Roman Colosseum. I mean, it's ridiculous.
The Ark Encounter's not doing so well financially. So.
It's
No,
it's getting wrecked. It's getting wrecked financially. But people don't realize this. Ken Ham doesn't give a shit one way or another. I mean, he's already made the money. He didn't lose a dime because he didn't invest a dime. He made money off this.
And he got popularity.
Considerable amount. Yeah.
Well, except for the $10 that he sold it to himself for. He lost $10.
Yeah. Well, he had to sell it and then buy it back.
Well, he also lost a lawsuit because he tried to make it a mandate that anybody who worked for the Ark Encounter had to be a young Earth creationist.
Yeah, well, people told him don't do that because you're violating laws here. You don't get the tax break if you do that.
He
Exactly.
lost that lawsuit, but he ended up winning one where he mandated that everyone who worked on it had to be religious. He did win that.
So you have a whole flock of people that work there are just dumb as he is. I don't think even he thinks he's dumb. I think he's willful. I think he knows that he's full of shit. I think he's actually a lot smarter than
completely and totally disingenuous.
You think he's a charlatan?
Yeah, I think he's a total charlatan. I think he probably goes behind closed doors and says, "How these people are just so damn stupid."
But I think that people like maybe not Kent Hovind, but his son for sure is a charlatan. But I think Kent Hovind legitimately believes some of the shit that he said, or most of the shit that he says.
See, I'm more likely to actually say it's the other way around.
No, I think Kent's a charlatan. But here's the thing: if Kent was just a true charlatan, one of his wives would have came forth by now, I think. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, think about that, though. Think about that. One of them would have came forth and said, "Yeah, he doesn't really believe any of this shit," and none of them have. That's just,
at the same time, though, if they came forth like that, then people would be like, "Well, why didn't you come forth earlier?" Yeah. And also, they made a lot of money off of him.
Well, I mean, and you have people like Joel Osteen that have been widely exposed by the believing community, by theists themselves, Christians that used to be part of his following that say, he's a sham, he's a charlatan, he's a scam artist is all he is. And you're still going to have that core population of followers, no matter how many they are. They're dense as fuck. And I'm not just talking about like how close they are together. I'm talking about mental capacity.
Do you guys remember Peter Popoff?
Of course.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah, he's he's trying to. I think he tried to make a comeback with Miracle Water.
Well, he's been doing what he's been doing is, okay, what happened was back in the 80s, and I can't stand it back in the 80s. I remember saying he was a charlatan. He was doing a prayer session, and what he would do is he would have cue cards, people fill out, and then he would go on stage and he'd be like, "Oh, I'll send somebody that has cancer in the fourth row. Jimmy Bob, I feel that cancer. Jesus is going to burn that cancer right out of you," right? And he was that kind of a preacher. Well, James Randi I think his name was, Bonachek. Was it Bonachek? One of the guys from Project Alpha. I think it was Steve Bonachek. But he went in there and he had a scanner. And he actually was scanning frequencies. And he recorded a conversation of Peter Popoff's wife giving him the information off those prayer cards in real time. She'd be like, Peter, fourth row, his name is Michael. He has chronic hemorrhoids. And he'd be filling him the information. So he got busted for that, right? Because he would wear like a little earpiece. And then he's back now and he does what's called miracle spring water. And the way he gets around it is that the miracle spring water doesn't have any effect. It doesn't do anything. It's not like any magical water. It's just fucking tap water. But do you know what, Jim? By sending him $20, you're showing a devotion to Jesus, and you're saved, and that's how he gets around the law, because he's not claiming that the miracle spring water is actually the miracle is the fact that you have devotion to Jesus, and you're sending him $20 to show that devotion. That's the miracle.
What a piece of shit.
You think?
Yeah, I know.
These people are fucking scum, man.
Yeah.
Guys, I have to go finish doctoring my equine, so I gotta slip out. But I will put these.
All right. Yeah. Let's
up on that poll tonight. And I'll do like a 12-hour poll, nothing big, but we'll probably get like 10 or 20,000 responses, so that'll probably be plenty. But in addition to these four, if you guys have any other additions,
how about unsaved utopia?
What's that?
Unsaved utopia.
That's me gagging.
Utopia.
What? Call your channel unsaved utopia.
No, I can't even understand you when you say it. I don't even know what you're saying.
Unsaved utopia.
Unsaved utopia. That sounds like a game when your brother unplugged it.
No, it sounds like you want a utopia of unsaved people. But anyways, all right, I'm bowing out. I got to get ready for my show tonight. So
All right.
Okay, guys. Well, have a good one.
Tonight's gonna be such a fucking train wreck.
Oh yeah,
Looking forward to
I
it.
can't wait for tonight. That's gonna be so
Is
amusing.
there gonna be an after chat for this one? Because that would be great. Steve.
Maybe. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
just let
Steve left.
you, anyone who's interested on my channel, probably around 7:30 or 8 tonight. I'm going to be doing afterthoughts show for the IP
Oh, I'm
versus Kent Hovind debate.
Oh yeah,
So,
I'm totally down for that. What time is that going to be?
about 7:30 EST. So you're
So 6:30.
yeah.
Okay. Wait, I think I'm 6:30. Yeah.
I'll send you guys a link about half hour before it starts.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds
So
good.
in like 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, around there.
Okay, cool. I'll be done in about 30 minutes.
Okay, doke.
All right. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna go do something. But everybody, thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for all the suggestions also. And I will see you guys probably during Atheist Sunday School. Have a good one.